Next in sports, I get you caught up with the latest in Ohio Bobcats spring sports, and if you're a football fan, then this is also the perfect day for you. So don't go anywhere. And for the latest from NewsWatch, follow us on Instagram, X formerly Twitter, and YouTube. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to NewsWatch. I'm Darayus Sethna with the latest in sports. We start on the diamond, where Ohio baseball recently wrapped up its first of 3 road matchups against the conference-leading Bowling Green Falcons. Here's the final score from Bowling Green. The Falcons dominated in a 14-5 drubbing. The Bobcats managed to keep it close until the bottom of the 3rd inning, but that's when Bowling Green scored 3 runs in the frame. They tallied a combined 10 runs from the 5th to the 7th innings to cushion their lead and take Game 1 of the series. On the bright side for Ohio, Jackson Cawthron had a nice performance this afternoon with 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in, but the Bobcats dropped to an overall record of 10-23 with today's loss. And here's a quick rundown of how the baseball standings are shaping up in the Mid-American Conference. Bowling Green has a comfortable cushion over second place Western Michigan in terms of overall standings. As for the Bobcats, they sit at 9th place and hope to get things going if they want to boost their position. The first pitch for Game 2 of the series is tomorrow at 1 o'clock, with the final game on Sunday afternoon scheduled for that same time. Moving on to Ohio softball, head coach Jenna Hall and her squad look to build off a split from their 2-game trip in Toledo earlier this week. The Bobcats are back home and welcome in Western Michigan to Athens for a 3-game clash this weekend. The Broncos come in on a 5-game winning streak and have tallied 11 conference victories so far. We'll see if Ohio can slow down their momentum and start a streak of their own. The Bobcats enter action with a 9-7 MAC record. They hope to secure wins 6, 7, and 8 on their home field. And here's a look at some of the players you need to keep an eye out for this weekend. The Bobcats have an array of offensive firepower that will need to heat up against a Bronco pitching unit ranked number 1 in the MAC. Shelby Wessler is having a career year so far. In her 41 games this year, the sophomore has scored 20 runs and is at 32 batting average, Senior Yasmin Logan looks to bounce back this weekend after just 1 hit and 7 at-bats in the series against Toledo, but she's still proven to be one of the best hitters on the team with a .299 batting average. The series begins tomorrow from the Ohio softball field with a doubleheader scheduled for 1 o'clock, and the final match will be played on Sunday at noon. Well, if you've been itching for some greatness on the gridiron, then don't worry, because Ohio football has got you covered. Head coach Tim Albin enters his 4th season at the helm for the Green and White, and although the season doesn't officially begin until August, fans will have a chance to see up-and-coming players in action at tomorrow's spring scrimmage. That includes redshirt freshman running back Rickey Hunt Jr., who dashed for 116 yards and scored 5 touchdowns in Ohio's victory at the Myrtle Beach Bowl this past December. The scrimmage is scheduled to begin at 11 tomorrow morning at Peden Stadium. And another thing to note, it's not only free, but fans will also have the chance to participate in activities and purchase some OU merchandise. Sounds like a lot of fun, but that's all I have in sports, and I'll toss it back over to the desk.